It'll be one to go this time by. Coming to the green, buddy, coming to the green. Let's go get him. Go, 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 go.
Get your motor running. Head out on the highway.
If I can have your attention, please, we'll roll right into our pole sitter for Sunday's Ford 400 here at Homestead Miami Speedway. Congratulations goes out to David Reutimann. He drives the number 44 UPS Toyota. And David's won a pole now in all 3 National Series. Congratulations on that. This is your first career pole. Talk about it.
It was, it's great. It feels great. I mean, we got a fairly late draw and we got a little cloud cover, so that helps us a little bit. But sometimes that stuff works for you, and sometimes it works against you. But we unloaded, the car unloaded pretty fast, and we just worked on it a little bit at a time and progressively made it better. And then before I went out, a friend of ours that used to take pictures of my dad's coupe all the time, a guy named Bob Perrin, gave me a business card with my dad's picture of his coupe on it, so I put it in my pocket. And maybe I should start carrying that more often with me, I think. So either that or my old man was driving the car one way or the other. But either way, it was a good lap, and I'm proud of my guys. And, it gives us a good starting position. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Questions for David? Who has one? Raise your hand. We'll bring you the wireless. Any questions for David? Got one right here, Amy. Tony has one. Tony and then Brant.
David, how good is it to get this for the last race of the year and carry that momentum into the off season?
Well, you hope you can, obviously it's a great way to start your weekend. I mean, starting up front and getting a great pick selection. So that aside, our team is, second-year organization. And last year, I don't think there was ever, we were just worried about getting in races, much less even worrying about poles. So our team's come a extremely long way. We still got more ground to cover, but I think we're getting closer. So I'm proud of what my team's accomplished. Proud of my guys and the work ethic they have, and as far as we come. So but we'll keep plugging away at it, and hopefully get some more of these lined up and some wins as well.
Brant James, St. Pete Times. Have you been able to track little places of progress of the season? I mean, have you seen little breakthroughs and how that led up to this weekend?
Yeah, I have. I think we were making a little bit of progress, but I think our main jump to getting in a situation where we are now was our new 600 series car, which when we started building our own cars in-house, that's when things started changing. I mean, not that our cars were bad before, but our newer cars, we had geometry that we worked on during testing, pretty extensive testing. Cars were much, much lighter by a lot, extreme amount. And it's just overall just a better car when we showed up at a racetrack. And almost right away when we started bringing those cars with the stuff that we had worked on and testing, through our engineers and help from Toyota Racing Development, all those things, we started running better. I think Michael had the first car at the Indianapolis race. That was the very first one, and he ended up getting banged up, so he didn't get a chance to show. We know that race was a little different anyway. But as the season's progressed from that point on, I think we've seen steady progression, and all due to the fact that we've had the new series car that we're building in-house. I think that's been a big turning point for us.
Go ahead, Don.
Yes. How aware will you be of all the things that are going on behind you, where everybody's running, where it sets up for the chase, or do you just all you have to do is just take off and not think about it?
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not really intelligent enough to really, focus on anything else but what I'm doing in most cases. So, no, we're just out there. I mean, the 48 cars, obviously in the situation he's in, and some of the other guys that are, the situation they're in, and everybody's. You don't want to be the guy who decides the outcome of what happens in the chase. But at the same time, I'm out there, I have to represent my team, and we're trying to shore up some sponsorship and stuff for next year. So obviously going out and running well and getting maybe possibly a winner or top 5 would help that cause. So that's my goal, to go out there and do my thing and maybe not interfere with anybody else's thing as far as that goes. But I'm just kind of focused on what I'm doing.
Go ahead, Jim.
Jim Uttershaw, Observer. David, kind of related to what you were just talking about moving into next year, do you, with the momentum you have and how well you've been running in the past several weeks, obviously you want that to continue. What is the status of your team around you at Michael Waltrip Racing? Is everybody remaining fairly intact as far as you know, or what's the status?
As far as I know, I feel like we should be okay. I mean, obviously things change as the days progress, but I would like everybody to stay. I mean, I like everybody that's around me, and would like to build on that, and so hopefully we'll have that. And again, our organization's definitely much stronger than it was last year. And again, if you were part of if you lived what I lived every race last year, you guys saw me throwing up on pit road and stuff like that. I mean, how fun was that to cover, really? So I've been able to forego that and be able to move on. And now we got our first pole, so that's that's coming a long way in a short amount of time. I still get sick sometimes, though, just not in front of you guys.
Any other questions for David? We've got one here and one in the back. Go ahead.
Yeah, Kenny Bruce with NASCAR scene. David, we hear guys talk about when they win the pole that they get the good pit style selection, they're out front, they got clean air and everything, and how the positives to that. But are there any negatives as far as pressure from? Okay, now what do you have to do to not make mistakes when you pit, to stay out front? Is there any pressure on your crew to keep you out front and not make mistakes?
Yeah, I think there's definitely pressure to do that, pressure to perform. But there's always that kind of pressure in this series. You know how this place is. So, you just go out there, get a clean start, try to get out front, try to click off some laps. Obviously lead a couple laps, get a couple points, and come down pit road and get everything going in the right direction. So it's a good way to start off your weekend, and it's maybe a little added pressure because you're starting up front and everybody's looking at you, and it's a good position to be in. But at the same time, it's just kind of business as usual, I think, when you get out there and get going.
Dwight Drum, RaceTake.com. Dave, what's your comment on doing less testing in your home state, and do you think that there's a psychological benefit maybe from doing less testing for you and your team?
I don't know that there's a psychological benefit. I think there's obviously a pretty huge financial benefit not to have testing because of let's face it, testing in some cases costs almost as much as it does to race sometimes when you do it. I mean, you still have expensive motor and travel and stuff like that. Not to the extreme, but I mean, testing is never cheap. So maybe it's a step in the right direction. I don't know. I mean, I know some racetracks, I know it's unfortunate for them because they probably rely on that extra income of Cup teams coming in there and practicing. But I don't have a problem with it. I mean, as long as it's the same for everybody, that's the main thing. And I think if they opened up testing, it would make the teams that have smaller budgets fall that much farther behind because, they just don't have the budget to do it. Some teams just have the budget to go race, and that's it, at this day and age, I think you should be happy with that.
Anything else for David before we let him go? All right, David, congratulations. We'll look for you on Sunday. Momentarily, we'll